All right, guys, today we're going over our Hammock Gear Incubator and our Hammock Gear Burrow. I got a 20 and a 40. 20 I use for winter time, 40 I try to use for the summer. Let's go over a few things on here. Right now, as you can see, it's designed to hang one way. Hammock Gear does a good job of only giving the material needed to keep you warm at night. And so they got your body box here and then up to your foot box, so you don't have any extra material. You have, we'll go over the hanging part. So you have the thick bungees that are going through there holding it up. Then you got some smaller bungees where you can adjust it to the position you like and wherever you're going to sleep at in your hammock. And then you also have these two bungees on each side that will open this up so you can get some breathability. So if it's a little warmer, it gives you that chance for the airflow to come in so you're not burning up. And they also have the little collars here to help keep that air out. So this hammock I've had for 5 years now, and it's never let me down. Or this quilt I've had for 5 years, it's never let me down. I think the coldest I've slept in was around 15 to 17 degrees and was perfectly toasty and warm. So it's definitely better than what its rating is in my experience. I am a warm sleeper. I burn up a lot, so it may not be the same experience for everybody. It just depends. I also got these little plastic, I don't remember what they're called, but these little plastic pieces, one on each side, that from Dutchware, and they change the angle of the hammock. So if you look, or the quilt, if you look here, it kind of hangs down. You may get a little close, but if it's really cold, I'll suck it up, and it pulls this quilt up to where it ensures that you don't get any airspace between your hammock and your quilt and helps keep you warm. So that's the Incubator 20. It's roughly 21, 22 ounces, somewhere in there. I don't remember exactly. Like I said, I've had it for 5 years, and I'm old and forgetful. So the Burrow 20, which is their, I forgot about those. The Burrow 20, which is their top quilt, I bought them both at the same time. This one has the snaps on it. My 40 degree has a zipper, and if you're not going to get a sewn foot box, I would go with the zipper. I like the zipper a whole lot better. I'm not even sure if the zipper was an option when I got this. I know it was sewn or button, but you got the opening in the foot box, so you can open this quilt up to a full blanket if you want. Unsnap the snaps. You can open this up to allow some ventilation in the warmer weather. I've heard people complain about the hole in the bottom and getting a little cool air in there. I haven't really had an issue with that. If I have, I just use my feet and adjust it to where the hole's downwards to my quilt, and that's an easy solve. But I've never had it wake me up or just be cold because of that little bitty hole there. It seems to do pretty good. So one thing that I have noticed, and I didn't do forever, was the first few years I didn't wash my quilts, and it started getting to where it wasn't keeping me as warm. It looked like, if you held it up to light, it looked like you could see through it and all. I even thought one of the baffles was messed up. I contacted Hammock Gear. They said, we'll be happy to look at it, but wash it first and try that and let me know. And I washed it with some down soap and in the front end loaders, or the front end washer, and dried it in there with some tennis balls, and it came out like a brand new quilt. Never had an issue since. So this is my winter setup right here. It's nice and comfy, plenty of space. I also have the Hammock Gear extra large pillow with the attached bungee, keeps it from falling. If it does, it just falls down and hangs there so I can grab it. You don't have to worry about picking it up off the ground. So this is my hammock setup. These quilts, both my Incubator and my Burrow, are 850 fill down. They offer I think a 950 now. So if you want to go a little bit lighter, a little smaller pack size, that would be the way to go. All right, guys, this is how I sleep all the time. I spent 6 months in this hammock set up in my basement. Um, all our friends thought I was weird, and my wife told me not to come back to the bedroom when I wanted to come back. I just hated our bed, so I slept in my hammock for a solid 6 months like this downstairs in our basement. And it's pretty comfortable. I really enjoy it. This is my home away from home, and I really enjoy it. So, as you can see with the quilt, it's covering plenty. With the under quilt, I got plenty of coverage. There's not a lot of access flopping around. With the under quilt, I'm 5'9" or so, I like to think, but there's plenty of room. I can cover my head up if I wanted to. So if you guys are looking at a premium quilt setup, Hammock Gear, I definitely recommend. I love them, had them for years, and they've been great. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed our video on the Hammock Gear quilts. We'll put a description, a link, or somewhere on the screen for the Dutchware netless 11-foot hammock, which is the camo one I've got here, and we'll go over it. See you soon. But our next video should be the Dutchware 11-foot netless nest.